How you doing?
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 How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? So what's going on?
You don't want to know.
And now, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo with the Sicilian Corner.
Mikey boy.
Thomas, how are you,
Mikey,
my son?
Listen to me. We've had this discussion. We're going to make this quick because I know we have a guest coming on. I'm going to make this discussion really quick. I'm begging you like a brother, like I've never begged you before. You look ridiculous in that sweater. It's the ugliest freaking sweater I bet. You look like Spartacus, man. You look like you belong in like the Coliseum.
Your T-shirt speaks volumes. Volumes.
Excuse me.
Say. Volumes.
This is quality.
Yeah, that's quality, all right. Hey,
This
listen,
is
I got a treat for you today, pal.
What do we got?
Well, you know something? We talk a lot about food on this show.
We do, and we love to.
And guess what? We're going right to the top of the heap. How would you like to be in charge of all the restaurants and lounges at the Boston Encore Casino?
I could. That's a good gig. I could take that gig.
Good
Think
gig.
About all the free. Wait a second. Think about all the free food.
Well, you
Right?
know something? You'd never know it because the guy keeps his weight down. And I'm referring to none other than Joe Leibowitz. He's the executive director of food and beverage and culinary operations, once again, for the Encore Boston Harbor. We're going to welcome Joe on the Sicilian Corner. Joe,
Hey,
how are you?
How are you?
How you doing? How you doing? I love
You're
you.
a young guy.
How you
man.
doing?
You're
How
a
are you
young
doing?
How
guy.
you doing?
Sure, you're a young guy, man. I mean, like you've got a big position. Young guy. I bet you I have shoes older than you. You know,
I'm not that young. I got a lot of gray hair. A lot of gray hair.
Well, listen, I want to welcome you once again to the Sicilian Corner.
Thanks for having me.
We have a person that we want to just give a shout out to, Bill DeRazio and Lori Martini. They administer the Everything Encore Boston Harbor Facebook page. And I know we have a lot of their people listening into this show. So, you know, I believe there's 7,600 people that belong to that Facebook page, Tommy, the Boston Harbor.
Wait, so is Billy DeRazio watching right now?
Billy's actually working. He's helping. He's up helping his son. And so isn't Lori. But like I told him this morning, this show is available 24/7 on the Sicilian Corner Facebook page.
Good.
So
Well, Joe,
it's a good
welcome.
thing.
I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I am. I haven't been in many casinos in my life. Mike knows that. But I have heard through Mr. Lamazzo, who is a fanatic, and I mean this, a fanatic about good quality restaurants and good food. As a matter of fact, that's what he's doing. He keeps raving about the food at that establishment. Mikey, before we talk to Joe, real quickly, Mikey, did you just eat there yesterday?
I was at the Red 8 yesterday. We had a wonderful, wonderful meal. Gene, our hostess, is just outstanding. And Joe and I were talking about that earlier. The room itself it's beautiful with the high vases and the decor. Joe, do you get involved with the decor of the room, or is that somebody else's job?
We have a little bit of a say on kind of the final look of the restaurant. Obviously, we try to replicate what we know works. So, we have a Red 8 out in Wynn, Las Vegas, which is very similarly designed. We have our part of our company is Wynn Design and Development, or WDD. They're the ones that really come in and make the look and the feel of all of the restaurants and all of the lounges. They're kind of the visionaries, and sometimes they ask us for a little bit of input, which is great. Sometimes they don't, and we just kind of we go with it. But we don't really do anything that's too out of the box. We stick with things that we know kind of work and the look and the feel of what we're going for.
Hey, you're the back room guy. You lay out the space for the back room because you're a chef by trade. You've worked in some fantastic restaurants. You've been with Wynn for quite a while. And this is really a plum. I mean, to come to Boston. I know you're a New York kid, but you're close to your mom. She still lives in New York. This is quite a gig for you. I like this, and hopefully you're going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, I've been with the company, going to be 16 years in April, so I'm super proud of that accomplishment in itself. And over the years, I've just really busted my tail and have given it everything to kind of get where I am now. So I have my hands in a little bit of everything. Yeah, I was a chef by trade and a chef at heart. So definitely the design aspect of the kitchens and the back of the house spaces I was really involved in with the WDD team and our architecture team. And I've been blessed with a great new opportunity now to kind of lead the entire division. And with that comes, front of the house, which I've always had my hand in to a certain point. But, now I'm fully jumped into that, feet first and kind of just going to improve on everything that we've done and continue really pushing the bar and getting, the offering to be what we know works, like I said, and just really give the guests something that they won't forget, experience that they won't forget.
So what is the biggest restaurant in the casino, number one?
The biggest restaurant in the entire casino is actually at one of our partner restaurants, which is Mystique. That's a very large space. It's almost about 4,000 square feet, I believe.
Wow.
So take us into the kitchen of a restaurant that size. How many people are really back there working, the inner workings of a restaurant?
Sure.
I've always wondered that.
Yeah, I mean, for them, I don't know their exact number, but I would probably say at any given time there's between 20 and 28 people in the back.
Wow, really?
Spread out through different shifts. For us, our largest restaurant is Rare Steakhouse. And the kitchen is definitely on the larger side. We've trimmed a little bit of labor just because of the business levels not being so high. But when we're at full ramp and we're doing 450 covers a night, we're going to have about 18 to 22 cooks back there. Getting service going and just getting the food out, not only in a timely fashion, but to the precise specification of what we want.
We're there on Valentine's Day. We're spending. We're going to have dinner there, and it's a fantastic restaurant. When you can sit outside in the good weather, there's nothing better. There really isn't. There's nothing better. I do have a bone of contention, and since you're the head chief out there, head chef, I want to ask you, why did Rare take the chopped salad off their menu?
Well, we base first. I love the chopped salad as well. Again, that was more of a decision based off of sales. We look at everything with what sells and what doesn't, and what the labor component of that brings to the restaurant.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the things that sell like hotcakes, we're never going to touch. But when we do our seasonal menu changes, we absolutely pull our sales mix for all areas and kind of see what the 10% bottom dweller is and how do we either improve that. And then we take other factors, like I said, labor, what labor goes into that to get that dish. So there's a whole, matrix of things that we kind of run through to kind of get the menu where we need it to be. Unfortunately, for the moment of when that salad started, it just wasn't really a big seller. And
it's hard to believe.
It doesn't say that it can't come back, And again, I think everything was so new to everyone. We just had so much stuff going on. So it's something we can absolutely revisit, and you'll be the first to know when it's back.
Hey, Bill DeRosio and I have the same opinion. Bill says, "Where's the chopped salad?"
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Tom?
We'll relook it. I promise.
Joe, when you walk into the kitchen, I mean, you're a chef. I'm sure you're an accomplished chef. Do you put your chef's hat on when you're back there and you're kind of, making sure that this looks right or this piece of meat looks right? Or, I mean, do you put your chef's, hat on when you're back there, just kind of eyeing everything?
To my own fault, yes. Even in a suit or a tie, when I'm back there and I'm greeting everyone, the instinct kicks in of just again making sure that the kitchen is set up the way it needs to be, the food is looking the way it needs to be. I don't micromanage my chefs, my team of chefs. I give them, pretty much full range to kind of run the business and the operation how they feel we would be most successful. But that does not mean that I am not in there constantly critiquing and trying to, again, make sure that every dish that leaves that kitchen is beautifully plated, tastes great, and comes out in a timely fashion.
How many restaurants does the Encore actually own and run at Boston Harbor?
Well, right now we have 6 that are currently open. Again, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, so we're going to slowly open up more as the pent-up demand comes. So currently open, we have Rare Steakhouse, we have Red 8, we have our 2 concession trucks, which are our little food trucks. One is
was that your idea to put that right on the floor?
Actually, those were built and designed specifically for the front lawn during the summer months. We would activate that space, but we quickly realized that opening up, we didn't have enough casual dining and enough casual price pointed establishments for the quick gaming person to just go and get a quick bite to eat and get back onto the casino floor. We kind of just picked our brains and we were like, well, we have these 2 food trucks that we've never even used. Let's get them on the casino floor and turn them into a pop-up. And, it's been super successful.
It really has. Yeah.
That's a great idea, actually. We are chatting with Joe, is it Leibowitz?
Leibowitz.
Yep, Leibowitz.
Joe Leibowitz, Executive Director of Food and Beverage at the Encore. Let's talk about, you said food for the casual diner. Are they all, and I haven't been in there, as I've mentioned to you, are there all Highline restaurants in there, or is there a place that you can go just to grab a quick sandwich?
That's a great question, and I think we need to look at it a little bit differently. First and foremost, no matter what type of cuisine or the fine dining aspect or the contemporary aspect, what you're going to walk into is going to be the most beautiful thing that you've ever seen. So either be it the restaurant or this beautifully designed, well thought out food truck, you're going to just get a feel of something that you're probably not used to. For our fine dining, we would say is definitely going to be our steakhouse, which is Rare. That's white tablecloth where you can come and have, full service sit down meal. We try to build the program around something for everyone. We want to be able to make sure that the guest feels like, hey, you know what, I'm in the mood for a great experience and a full service meal. We're going to go to Rare, or we're going to go to Red 8, or we're going to go to On Deck. Now, obviously, On Deck is our burger bar, but again, you're walking into a beautifully themed outlet, sports memorabilia. It's not as, I don't like to use the word stuffy, but it's a little bit less reserved than you would walking into a white tablecloth restaurant. Red 8's the same kind of thing where it's a little bit casual, but the food and the beautifulness of the outlet is really going to be the star. Like Mike said, you're walking into something that you're never going to see pretty much anywhere else in the city.
Your mom just said hi to you, by the way.
Oh, did she? Hi, Mom.
She just posted.
Hello, Mom.
Sinatra's. I haven't heard you mention Sinatra's restaurant.
Yep, Sinatra's, so we're still closed in Sinatra's. Like I said, we're not going to make any business decision yet to open things until we absolutely know that there is that demand for it. Ultimately, what we want to do is just, the outlets that we know we need immediately, we want to compress as many covers as we can to those areas. And then again, like I said, as the pandemic starts to shift into a better position, and the casino itself gets busier and busier, and more people are looking to eat in different types of areas. That's when we'll start to reactivate those areas and get hopefully everything up and reopened, within the next year, hopefully.
Well, Joe, you guys, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I was going to say Sinatra's to me, talk about a Vegas experience.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it offered.
Yeah.
I had the Osso Buco. And I don't know how that waiter was able to bring that dish to our table without it falling off the bone. It was like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And of course, and the nice touch, Tommy, and we were talking about this before, they have these little tables for the woman's pocketbook.
Yeah.
And it's little things like that I get taken by,
Absolutely.
Tommy, you had a question?
I just wanted to ask Joe, listen, the Encore is, as far as what's happened with the pandemic, in Vegas, is it pretty much the same for all the casinos and restaurants there? Everybody is pretty much going through the same thing, right?
Yeah, the whole world has been, specifically the restaurant industry and hospitality as itself has really been decimated by the pandemic. There's, I believe, over 50,000 official closures throughout the country on restaurants that will not be opening.
So let's talk about health and safety at the casino. What has Encore done? What have you guys done to kind of ensure the health and safety of your
we've done a laundry list of things, and this is probably definitely the most important message that I'd like to kind of get out there is health and safety is of the utmost importance for the company as a whole, not only here but also in Macau, where we have casinos, and obviously also in Las Vegas. We've worked and partnered with doctors and other people of a magnitude of that just know so much more about this pandemic on how to put our plan together to basically just ensure to the customer and the consumer that, hey, it is okay to come to us and visit us even during a pandemic because of the measures that we do, because of how clean and sanitary the property is. This is just because we were closed. This building remained open to some essential workers to ensure that nothing was left untouched. Everything was constantly being cleaned. Our kitchens and our bars are e-misted every day. Our hotel rooms are e-misted after every stay. There's just a laundry list of things that we are doing to ultimately get everybody to just feel comfortable and feel like they can come and still enjoy themselves and not have to worry about the stress of going somewhere where they don't know if it's clean.
Sure.
It's probably more dangerous to go to the supermarket than it is to come to our building in all realness.
That's a good point, Joe. And I was there yesterday, like I said, with Barbara, and I'll be honest with you. There isn't a point all day yesterday that I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The mask procedures, they walk around, make sure if your nose isn't covered or whatever the case might be. The whole 9 yards, the machines are wiped down. As soon as you get out of that chair, somebody's there. And
well, listen, I'll tell you
it's fantastic.
I'll tell you right now, one viewer says, I feel safer at Encore than any outside restaurant or grocery store. Somebody else is saying the property is immaculate. Thumbs up. Someone else is asking for the
I appreciate
chopped salad.
I appreciate
chopped salad.
Someone's asking for the chopped salad.
That's three of us.
Yeah. All right, that's good. But I appreciate we appreciate the public starting to realize that, and again, that we hope to grow the business with more people understanding that it is safe, and it's a huge kudos to the employees of the property to kind of buy into the plan and make sure that this isn't just one person that can monitor it or do it. The entire company has to buy in to make sure that there's a million set of eyes on everything. So it's a real testament to the employees to just know that we're doing the right thing, and we feel really great about it.
One of our listeners, Roger, who's a regular on the show, has noticed that behind you the pictures of mushrooms on your chart. Yes. He's all excited because he loves to grow things. We have another listener by the name of Peter, and Peter grows all kinds of tomatoes, exotics. And I do have one question before we wind up with you, Joe. Sure. The Garden Cafe, one of my favorites. It's a nice way to start your day off. It's a beautiful, beautiful room.
Absolutely.
But where my table is, where we usually try to sit, right at the overlook, looking toward the carousel. On the balcony. There's a baby grand piano there. What are you doing? What are you doing to me here?
Well, we moved a couple things around. Again, it's not permanent. We're constantly switching and changing things around to just, again, for closed spaces, we're really trying to make them seem like, they're just not forgotten about. So, daily we are moving tables and chairs around to kind of just give that closed area somewhat of a little bit of a lifeline, so again, it looks presentable.
Joe, put them on the roof. Just put them on the roof next time.
No, I think a piano there would be great, Tom, because as you enter the building, especially if you're going to get a room, if somebody's up there playing that piano, and that's a beautiful room. It really is. It's very nice. I love it there. And yesterday I looked up and I saw that baby grand. I said, that's where my table is. What are you doing?
All right, listen,
here?
we have about 30 seconds left. 2 people have asked, when is the Garden Cafe going to open? Is it going to open?
There's no hard date for any of the closed spaces. Again, like I'll just reiterate, and again, just really be honest with, we're going to open. Our goal is to open up everything as fast as possible. We can't really dictate how fast that would be. It's really going to be based off of all of the guests coming and visiting us and wanting, something different and wanting other areas to be activated. Our goal is to get all of the employees that we have unfortunately had to furlough back into full employment. That's our biggest goal as a company, is to bring our brothers and sisters back. So, this will hopefully help. And again, for people that are listening and maybe weren't comfortable coming in, our goal is to just get this place packed. And when it is packed, we will have everything open, shiny.
Joe Leibowitz, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us. We wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, guys.
We hope you join us again.
Yeah, you've weathered the storm. And I think things are going to start really brightening up.
We hope so. Thanks for having me, guys. Stay safe.
Take care. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Super Bowl food. Mikey, Super Bowl is here. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Big deal.
Looking for that something special? All of us here at the Sicilian Corner suggest trying Ristorante Uno, located at 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. For the most exquisite dining experience in an intimate setting that serves authentic regional Italian cuisine and features old country service. Try Ristorante Uno. Did we mention their award-winning wine cellar? Ristorante Uno, 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. Call 617-573-9406 for reservations. That's 617-573-9406. Tell them the boys from the Sicilian Corner sent you.
Today, Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine is pleased to announce the opening of their American College of Radiology accredited MRI unit at their location at 16 Pelham Road in Salem, New Hampshire. So now, in addition to receiving the best orthopedic care in the Merrimack Valley, as well as physical and occupational therapy at Optima Sports Therapy and Rehab, you can also have your MRI, all in one convenient location. The doctors and staff of Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine have been dedicated to providing outstanding medical care to the Merrimack Valley in southern New Hampshire since 1984. Located on Route 97, just off Exit 2 from Route 93 North, on the second floor of the Workout Club of Salem. You deserve the best care, and that's exactly what you'll get from the board-certified surgeons at Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine. Please call 603-898-2244 to schedule an appointment.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries, serving all the Merrimack Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State inspection station. Hilton Oil Company, 1 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy,
and Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts,
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay, it is time right now for some cocktails with our good friend David Martinez. Cocktails with David. David, what do you have this week for us?
So last summer, when we could see humans, we had some friends come over, and normally when we see them infrequently, we sing with this other couple. And when we go to their house for one rehearsal, they come to ours for another. And for some reason, and we worked through this a long time ago, where we go to your house, they prepare a meal, they provide. For some reason, they brought stuff to our house, and I think they were just getting it out of their fridge. But they brought ginger beer. They bought it at my store, thank God. And it's been sitting in my fridge, and I have no idea what to do with the darn stuff. I know you don't drink it on its own because it doesn't taste very good. You need liquor in ginger beer. So I looked up super duper easy recipe, a dark and stormy, which I'd never had. Have you guys had that at all?
No, but hold on a second. Does ginger beer, I know this is going to sound like a really dumb question, but does ginger beer have alcohol in it?
No.
It doesn't. Okay.
No. So I wanted a super duper easy recipe just to try it. By the way, my wife's still drinking those bloody Caesars. Like they're going. Dude,
is she really? I love it.
Well, she went out and bought celery salt now. We had a little bit left.
Oh, God.
New one. Oh, my God.
You created a monster.
She's not listening. She's like, she'll take out the stuff and just put it on the counter. It's like, I guess I'm making another one. All right, let's do it. So
that's great.
Yeah, she's like, she forgot how much she liked them. So the dark and stormy it's simple. It has 2 parts rum, 4 parts ginger beer, and ice. Super duper easy. And it was actually pretty good. I used a nice rum. I didn't use cheap rum. I don't think I have any cheap rum. But I used a nice dark rum. Although I should try it with Myers. I may have to get some Myers.
Does ginger beer, does it have, it tastes like ginger, I'm assuming. But
yeah, it tastes great though. It doesn't taste as good as like a regular ginger. I don't even know. A regular ginger drink. It has some bitterness to it, I think.
But what is that drink? Don't they use ginger beer in, what are those drinks? Are they mojitos?
I think Mojitos has, let me look that up. Hold on.
I think Mojitos has ginger beer in it, Mikey, doesn't it?
Mojito.
Tommy, you're talking to a 76-year-old that's never had a glass of beer in his life.
So here's mint. Mojito has sugar, mint leaves, lime, lemon-flavored rum, ice, carbonated water. That's it. They just mash the mint.
There's something that has ginger beer in it. And
there's several drinks that have ginger beer, right? Let's see.
I'm not. Maybe. But what's the other drink besides mojito?
That's similar in style.
Yeah, that became real popular. They serve them in the. Maybe that is a mojito. The ones they serve in the copper cups.
Yeah, what is that? A mule, Moscow Mule.
I think there's ginger beer in a
you
Moscow
have one of those
Mule.
cups, don't you? You guys have some of those cups.
We do.
Yeah.
I think there is ginger beer in a Moscow Mule.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I have some in our fridge because we had company, and she said I like those, so I still have a couple of bottles of ginger beer now that have been in our fridge for probably 6 years.
Yes, yeah, but ours was sitting there, and I'm shaking. I'm going, are they still good? And then you add the alcohol to it, and it's fine.
Really cool.
It's brilliant.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd like to try one of those because that'd be a good drink down here. Mikey, you're not a beer drinker at all, right?
I can't stand the smell of it.
Yeah.
And you know something? My brother Bob, who's 68, if he's had 3 beers in his lifetime, it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a big
I'm a wine drinker. I like the fruit of the vine. And
yeah, I do the same thing. I'm not a beer drinker. If I have a 6-pack of beer a year, it's a lot. I'm not a big beer drinker. I'm a martini guy. Hey, listen. So what are you guys doing? Go ahead.
The one question I wish we had a little bit more time. But I wanted to ask Joe Leibowitz was, there's talk that they're going to be replacing bartenders, and this is tying into your talk here, David.
Yes.
With robots, having robot-controlled drink mixing, and I was just wondering what your opinion of that was.
Well, it's interesting you say that because my wife, we did hardwood floors over the summer on the first floor, and we're going to do the second floor hopefully this winter. But we've noticed that there's a lot of dust. So my wife ordered an iRobot, which I think we're getting today. I call it our robot corporate overlord. That's going to control us and probably kill us. I'm not. I defer to people who know more. So when what's that guy Tesla? What's that guy's name?
Him too.
No, I can't remember.
I can't remember his name. The guy at Tesla was asked about robots, and he said, "Bad idea." And this guy knows more than us. I don't like robots doing anything. I think it's a bad idea because they're going to eventually be smarter than us, and they're probably going to.
Oh, there's no question.
Something.
I was watching these robots. I'm trying to think of the company that makes them, but they were jump roping, and they had they're like dogs. Yeah.
The
Can I
robot
tell you
dog.
something?
Unbelievable.
I've read a few disturbing articles about exactly what you're talking about, David. That
intelligence.
What happens? What they're afraid is going to happen is Elon Musk. Well, what they're afraid is going to happen is that these things eventually could be programmed where they really don't need you. You know what I'm saying?
Artificial intelligence. They're going to be. It's going to be bad.
I mean, you can even buy. Do you know that you can buy a robot doll for about $10,000, Mikey? That looks real, and the guys, rich people buy them. They have sex with them. Seriously, I'm not kidding. This is I am not exaggerating. I
am not Googling that, by the way.
I have read a couple of articles. They're like $10,000-$15,000. These life-size dolls. It's like insane, if you ask me.
Well, my point was, I think a lot of people love to go to a bar, talk to a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if the Encore is thinking about switching over to some of these automation drinks where the girl punches in a code and the drinks are mixed and they move along. Maybe on the casino floor, that would be something that maybe could save money. But, some bartenders are going to lose their jobs.
Right.
I don't know. Something, next time we have Joe on with us, we'll ask that question. I'd like to get him back on, Tommy, and let him do a little longer segment with us.
I think the bartending thing and the waitressing thing is hard to automate because there's such a human element to it. Like you said, Mike, when you got there and the woman knew what you had 2 weeks ago. And I'm not sure a computer's going to be able to do that.
Well,
and what if what if the service is mediocre or if it's excellent? I mean, really, I agree with you. I think the human element for something like that is not going to go away.
It's all about making a profit, but at what point do you say enough's enough? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that much anyway, right? The bartenders and waitresses, or at least the waitresses, the wait staff.
What was the question?
The wait staff doesn't get paid that much anyway, so I'm not sure that's a huge problem.
Well, they survive mostly on tips. I mean, I think the tips are, especially in an upscale restaurants like they have at the Encore. If you're in Rare, you're at the 88, Red 8 rather. Sinatra's when it's open. I'm sure that those waitresses, the tips are proportionate to what your environment is.
Yeah, right. Ricky Savoy is telling us that the name of the company is Boston Dynamics. Yes, Boston Dynamics. Interesting. And of course, Roger says, talking about those sex dolls. Yes, but can they light a smoke afterwards?
They probably.
He's got a good point.
They can,
as long as an ash doesn't hit the rubber.
Exactly.
She'll be flying all over the place.
Are you guys doing anything special for a Super Bowl food on Sunday, Mikey, David?
I've been going back and forth what we want to do. My wife mentioned she may want like a turkey pot pie from Raymond's Turkey Farm, so we might go with that. I might make some. I need some finger food, so I was thinking of making like a healthier version of like a chicken finger or something like that.
Nice, very nice, Mikey.
Barbara is cooking, and she's making her world famous meatloaf, probably with mashed potatoes. So something. Like I said, I can get spinach pie, meat pie, pizza anytime. And a lot of people, that's their staple, that and chicken wings. I was just reading in the paper, Tom, that chicken wing sales, 1.5 billion are sold. That's why you're seeing chicken breast in these supermarkets like Shaw's and Market Basket. They're selling boneless chicken breast. No skin, no bone, no nothing for $1.79 a pound. That's cheap. And if you get the family pack, it's even cheaper. They got to use up the parts of the chicken.
Okay, because Ellen, she went down to Doris's Italian marketplace.
Yeah, you told me that, yeah.
And the chicken she bought, we were like flabbergasted at the price. Flabbergasted at how cheap it was. And it was so fresh, it was ridiculous. So very interesting.
You're gonna cut 1.5 billion chicken wings. What are you going to do with the rest of the chicken? You make chicken pies out of the dark meat. You got the chicken breasts, so you bang them out. That's why these supermarkets are able to sell it so cheap.
Yeah, we made some meatballs. We made some homemade meatballs that we're going to have. We're going to have just meatball subs on some fresh Italian bread with some sauce and melted cheese, and then I'll make a nice antipasto. We picked up some wonderful cheese at Doris's, some supersada, some olives.
Barbara, are you hearing what Tommy's saying? Barbara, antipasto.
Mikey, you got me. I tell you what, Mikey, you got me last week when you started talking about those black olives. The ones that
Oh yeah.
Ellen went out and she bought a couple of she bought a pint of those. She bought a pint of mixed olives, some marinated mushrooms, some nice cheese, some salami. We're going to have a nice antipasto.
That's great to have a drink with. Great to have
roasted
nice
peppers.
Crusty bread. You got the
doesn't
world
get
bite
any better.
You got the world bite of Cayonis.
It doesn't get any better than that. But something that I think it's interesting this year with the Super Bowl because of the pandemic. I think the Super Bowl parties this year are going to either be non-existent or very, very small, which I think is a good thing.
I hope so.
So, but I still predict that I know the numbers are going down with the COVID stuff, and they're going down, finally starting to go down across the country. But I bet you we see a little spike in 2 weeks.
Because of the Super Bowl?
Yeah, just because of Super Bowl gatherings, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Some people at the liquor store coming through my line are buying a lot of stuff. And I'm thinking, so you having a party? Oh, yeah, I'm having a Super Bowl party, or I'm going to a party. So, yeah, probably right, Tom. But it shouldn't go up too much, I don't think. It seems like we are going down, but it takes forever. It's painful.
It does. But I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think it's a combination of, 1 million shots a day now are being 1.3 million shots a day are being dispensed. So that has to have something to do with the numbers going down because 33 million people have already had their shots. And I know there's a lot more, but that's got to contribute a little bit. I think that they didn't get a big surge. I think the Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving surge is pretty much over. So I think it's a combination of a lot of different things that the numbers are starting to go down. And God, I hope they go down to nothing.
That'll be great.
Right? And we've all been fortunate. I mean, we've been there's been some people obviously that haven't been as fortunate.
Sure.
But a lot of people that have gotten this insidious disease have come out of it and relatively unscathed, but who the hell knows?
So Tommy, can we circle back around to the meatballs you guys are making? What do you guys use for the meat? What
Mikey, sometimes I believe Mike used to take opposition to this.
Okay, good. Perfect.
But I use some really good quality ground beef, and then every once in a while I'll either add some brisket to it or even a little pork.
Nice.
And what I do is I have my my mother's and my grandmother's recipe. Mikey, on your meatballs, we have a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
On your meatballs, Mike, do you add a little breadcrumb to the substance?
Oh, absolutely. I'll mix in 2 or 3 eggs.
Yep, 2 or 3 eggs.
Romano cheese. I put a lot of Romano cheese in it.
Yeah. Some parsley.
I put parsley. For that, I actually use dry parsley because
yeah, I did too.
You don't get the chunks when you
do you put
when you make
any garlic, a little
salt and pepper. I use garlic powder.
Yeah, I do too. Same thing. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, good.
And do you brown them before you put them in the sauce? Correct.
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
You just do a quick browning and then finish them in the sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because what you got to do, David, what the browning does between the egg and the bread
appeal is much better.
Well, not only that, but it makes it maintained. It makes it firm so that they don't fall apart in the sauce. And then I put them in the sauce. I usually keep my sauce going for a good 4 hours, Mike.
Me too.
On simmer.
So you basically boil the meatballs, and does that make them more tender?
Oh yeah. Plus the
juicy,
succulent. The sauce flavor gets in. But you know what we do, David and Mikey? I think we've talked about this. Typically, if we're going to have even pasta and meatballs, I make the meatballs the day before, let it cool down, and put them in the refrigerator overnight. And we actually have them the next day because they're much better, in my opinion, Michael.
Almost anything you make, Tommy, whether it be chicken soup or beef stew, the following day, the flavors are much more pronounced.
My meat sauce, we never eat my meat sauce on the same day that I make it.
Same day,
have it the next day.
You really shouldn't.
Exactly. All right, let's take a quick break. We come back. We get some other stuff to talk about. Mikey, prop bets. How about talking about some prop bets when we come back?
Oh, it's crazy this year. Crazy, man.
Hang in there. We'll be right back.
David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and we can never agree. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with great Italian cuisine, Capri Seaside Italian Grill. Me, I love the elegant romantic vibe, Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that'll make it the place you want to visit every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf, and the rhythms of an even cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, in the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Music Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all these great places, and they treat everyone like they're Mike Lamazzo. And best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all of this fun is right at your fingertips. We can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out about all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts.
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Hey, Mikey, before we talk about the prop bets, is it okay for me to give Ellen and Tom a little plug?
Absolutely. I'm keeping track of all the plugs we're giving you. So at the end of the month, I will be deducting it.
Yeah, we're on the verge of signing a new book deal. We're pretty
No
excited
comment.
about it.
No comment to that. Huh?
None. Zero.
Why
am I hearing an echo? David?
I don't know.
That's weird. I think it's Mike. It's coming out of Mike's glasses.
No, it's coming out. It's coming out of you because you have to touch those freaking dials. Leave it alone.
Anyway,
every time we go to break, you come back. We got a problem.
You don't have to talk to me disrespectfully. You could talk to me with a little respect. That would be nice.
Dear Tom, please do not touch the dials once it's set up. Okay, on your focus right now.
Ellen and I are ready to sign a new book deal, so we're pretty excited about it. It's going to happen.
What's it be about?
It's a baseball book. I can't divulge the subject matter quite yet because we have.
So this is a tease.
It's a little tease, but with this, honestly, this project is this is going to be my favorite project because the person we're doing it with, he's really, really, really well known in Major League Baseball, and he's very excited about doing it. And no, it's not Rico, but we're going to have fun with this project. So there'll be some announcements coming out, but this is going to be a good one.
You know something? I wish you both of you is the best because I know this is a passion. You love doing it, and you know something? You're creating a name for yourself. So you know something? I salute you.
And Mikey, quite frankly, the sorties are pretty good.
Well, you know something? That's what it's all about.
You know, not bad, not bad.
You know, money talks, BS walks, Tom.
All right, let's talk about prop bets, Mikey. What do you got?
It all depends on Tommy. There's some really wacky ones. I mean,
oh, by the way, stop. I don't know.
No problem, Tom. No,
just
we're almost out of time. No problem.
A shout out to an old friend again, Vinny Romanelli, Dr. Vinny Romanelli from Chicago. We went to college together, played a little basketball together, played in a little band together for a while.
Wow.
Great guy, excellent musician, bright guy, dentist, musician, bon vivant. So, Vinny, shout out to you, brother. Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry, I digressed.
Can I move on?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes.
No, you don't want to talk about a book or something you're going to do 15 years down the road? Nothing?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. The odds that you can place now, they call them prop bets, and the standard would be probably who's going to be the MVP of the Super Bowl, right? And it's usually the winning quarterback, I would think. Right, Tom?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right. So we look at Mahomes, and he's odds-on favorite to become the most valuable
MVP.
player.
Okay, I don't dispute that.
Okay. So Tom Brady, he's at 7-2. So he's not too
So
far
hold on,
back.
I'm not a bettor. So seriously, I'm not a betting guy. Know nothing about gambling.
You put up $2 to win 7.
Okay, gotcha. So if you put up 10,000, you win 70,000.
If you put up 10,000, you win. Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
Correct. This guy Kelsey, one of the best ends
Tight
in
end.
professional
Excellent.
football. Tight end.
Excellent.
He's unbelievable. He's at 16-1. So for every dollar you bet, you'd win $16.
Yeah, that's a stupid bet. Dumb bet.
Well, you never know.
I'm telling you, it's a dumb bet. That's what I'm telling you. It's a dumb bet.
So anyway, there's a lot of that goes on. They also are betting on what happens if Patrick Mahomes wins the game, Kansas City. Who would be the first person he's going to thank when they give him the microphone?
That's a good one. That's a great
bet. That's an actual bet. That's all.
Sure
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Is he one of these? Is he a Christian? Is he like real religious? Because he'll thank God.
I know nothing at all about him.
Maybe
I'll
he'll
be
thank
honest
me.
with you. Anyway, this is some of the things you can choose from.
Hold on. Is that can you bet on that, Mike?
What?
What would be the odds of him thanking me?
Well, anyway, will he thank his teammates, including his coach, first? That's at 5. That's at 5-2.
Okay.
Will he thank the city and the fans?
All right. I don't care about. Let's move on. What's another prop bet?
What color Gatorade will be dumped on the winning coach?
Oh, that's okay. Now let's talk about that because there's only a couple of different colors. So
No, there's quite a
orange?
few. There's quite
What
a
is
few.
orange?
There's
What does orange get you?
Odds-on favorite, 2-1.
Well, hold on a second now. Okay, I have a question for both
What about
of you.
green?
Wait, I'm going to ask you guys this question. So
7-1, David.
Thank you.
All right, so Mikey, I'm an insider. I'm a second string tackle, and you're my guy. And I say, look bet $500,000 on green Gatorade, and I'm on the sidelines, and
I thought the same thing.
I'll have that freaking thing in my hands as soon as that game is over, right onto the coach. Can you do it?
Well, you can make an awful lot of money on some of these prop bets.
Absolutely.
You got to remember, legally, there's going to be $500 million bet legally.
Now, don't they bet on the coin flip and stuff?
Yeah, you got that, sure. Heads and tails, whether or not they're going to want to receive or whether they want to punt. There's odds and everything. They even have odds, believe it or not, to Jim Nantz, the announcer.
Yeah.
What color his tie will be.
Now, I saw a couple of ones with Brady and Mahomes, like something about the very first offensive play. Does Brady run? Do they run the football, or does Brady throw it? Same thing with Mahomes. Who does Brady complete his first pass to? Is it Mike Evans?
Yeah, they got everything.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
First down, the first touchdown.
There's a whole plethora. I mean, to a point where they turn around and they talk about the length of the national anthem, how long the national anthem is going to go. They're saying 120.5 seconds.
Are you kidding me?
No. The first song to be formed by the Weeknd during the halftime show. And
well,
they
okay, let me ask, you're a gambler.
I mean, if you go to rehearsal, don't they rehearse the way they're going to do the show?
I
mean, that's the way we used to do it.
I think there's a lot of shenanigans that go on with these prop bets. There's a lot of inside stuff, So I think a lot of people make a lot of money knowing some of the inside stuff, like the Gatorade, for instance. That's my opinion.
Well, who do you think, Tommy, is going to take this game?
My heart is with TB12. What I ideally would like to see is something like a 24-23 game with 4 minutes to go. Brady's on his own 15 and marches him down the field about 60 or 70 yards with no time left, and either throws a touchdown or they kick a field goal to win it.
All right.
Ideally.
I have a little bit of a problem.
Because you hate Brady, number one. You hate Brady.
I have a problem with Tampa. Why don't you stop putting words in my mouth?
Because I know you hate the guy. You said it to me.
Tampa, to me, something? Look at their logo. Their logo says it all. Look at that stupid logo. The skull, the crosses. All they're doing is embellishing the life of a pirate. These pirates were no good. They came into a
begging
community.
You, God, I am begging you right now.
They raped the woman. They actually. Oh my God!
Wait a second.
And why they take Christopher Columbus? They take Christopher Columbus, the admiral of the sea, and they want to do away with him. But yet these stupid Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they got the skull and the crossbones and all that stuff to honor pirates.
Well, wait a second. Hold on.
They were scoundrels.
First of all, how do you know that a buccaneer is not necessarily a pirate? A buccaneer could be a good guy.
Look at the logo. Put the logo back up there, please.
Okay, hold on a sec. I get rid of.
Look at that logo, and tell me. And you tell me.
Well,
it's crazy. You take the name.
I'll tell you what the problem is here. Problem is you're an anti.
Look at that. That's a shame. Do away with it.
You're an anti-Buckite.
That's something. Don't honor scoundrels. Don't honor scoundrels. They took over 3,000 ships. They sunk them. They took all the product off of them. They killed people. They raped women. And you know something? And you want to have this kind of an aggressive logo up there? Shame. I hope you freaking lose.
All right, so let me ask you this. Okay, so I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here. Your Green Bay Packers. What the freak is a Packer?
The meat packer.
Green Bay Packers, someone who works in the meat companies years ago. That's what they were famous for.
Is that
almost all your beef was processed through that area?
All right, so let's take it a step further then. So the Packers. You're questioning the Buccaneers. So the Packers basically were based on an industry that slaughtered cows and chickens and ducks and baby calves. Am I right?
It helped put food on your table.
Well, so did the
Without
Buccaneers.
that trauma, you wouldn't be able to survive. And you know something? Thank God that we have people that have that knowledge that can be able to do what they were doing. Not this pirate BS stuff that goes on.
All right, listen.
And
David,
the score is going to be 31-20.
All right, Jen. That's it.
Michael, have a great week. Our viewers and listeners, enjoy the Super Bowl. Get your shot. Be safe. Be vigilant. And remember, if you can't make fun of yourself, please don't make fun of anyone.
Have a wonderful weekend, and anything is possible.
Take care.
Bye, kids.
C'è una luna mezzo mare, mamma mia, mamma